We're going to check the engine oil today. We're going to tell you how to check it, what you should be looking for, the minimum and maximum, and how to fill it up. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, click on that subscribe button and let's get checking it. So locate the dipstick. So dipstick's got a handle on. Sometimes it stands out. Mine's a orange one. There's sometimes put in different colours, but it's usually a handle that lifts out. It's a long stick and it's usually full of oil, so make sure you've got a rag with you and give it a good wipe. Once you give it a good wipe, there's going to be two marks. There's going to be a minimum and a maximum mark on it. So they've got the minimum and a maximum. Make sure you don't overfill it past the maximum. So if it's your first time, put a little bit in at a time. Then put it straight back in the dipstick and then lift the dipstick back out, and it'll give you a good reading of what the oil depth is in your engine. If it's at the maximum already, then you don't need to do anything. You just carry on like you know I've been doing. But if it needs topping up, then give it a wipe, put the dipstick back in, and then you can start looking at filling up the engine oil. So filling up the engine oil, you need to find the cap, release the cap. It could be a bit stiff. Be careful not to drop the cap down the side of the engine because it can easily drop out your hand. You could knock it. And then I usually put a bit of a rag around the actual entrance where you're going to put the oil in, so any spillages get caught. And I'm going to use a funnel, but you don't have to use a funnel, it's up to you. But a funnel makes it a bit more easy to fill up. Then make sure you've got the correct oil and specifications for your type of car and model. So check the manual, give it a good top up with the oil that you're happy with. Remember, don't fill up too much if you're not used to it. And then use that rag to lift the funnel out. So it's better to put in a bit at a time than too much to start with. Then lift out the dipstick again, give it another good wipe because it's going to be oil that you've topped up going into it, and then recheck it. Straight back down to the bottom, straight back out, and then recheck it. And if it's topped up to the maximum that you're happy with, then fantastic. Give it a good wipe and put the dipstick back into where the dipstick hole goes. And then once that's back in place, right down it's got to go, secure it in, and then you're looking at putting the engine cap back on. So make sure it's clean, be careful not to drop the cap back into the engine when you put it on, and secure it firmly. Don't put it on loose, make sure it's secure so that it doesn't come loose when the engine's on. Give it a little clean if it needs cleaning. And then once you've done that, then you need to put the bonnet back down. So keeping hold of the bonnet lid, release the arm, secure the arm in place, make sure it's not rattling around, and then lower the bonnet so that it's secured and it's firm, it's not loose. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, fantastic and safe driving.